Things are very fast because you draw something in the morning and you can print it in the evening. I discovered it when it was called rapid prototyping, before it enjoyed different names. And I thought, well, here's another way of making things. I did a show in Milan called Not Made by Hand, Not Made in China. We used the flexibility of the material to have lights that extend. I did a little thing called the geosphere. I wrote a story going down the spiral, and I remember showing it to Achille Castiglioni when he came to see it. And I remember taking the time and explaining to him what it is. And I thought, this is great, you know, like I have something new to teach one of my heroes. So what? So it was cut? No, it wasn't cut. It was never done. It was left out. The effect is that of a cutout, and I mean, it was, for me, it was like a highlight of the show. Then the technique, the technology completely took over the studio, and it was like the most interesting thing we are dealing with. And predictably, it became commonplace, like every good idea. If you want an analogy, it's like early synthesizers meant you can produce music in a different way, and the synthesizers were the news. But after a while, you want to go back to the music. Synthesizers were abused completely, and so does this technology we're talking about. We did launch a collection of eyewear that is printed, and the producer wanted to make a big thing out of printed, 3D printed glass. And I said, please don't, you know, talk about what's good about the glasses, not about how they're made. We shouldn't get any brownie points for using 3D printing to make something. If we can do things that we can't do in any other technique, or if we save a lot on the tooling cost for injection molding, or if it makes sense, we use it. What it does, it takes advantage of the material, and the geometry allows it to bend one way and not the other, or it comes to a limit. So it's done by sort of like vertebrae. Normally when you make eyewear, it has a lot of components and a lot of tedious work of little things, screws, hinges, and we have a whole collection that is monolithic, just one material. Maybe in the future the plumber will have a machine in his van. He'll just print the S-pipe according to his needs in the van. And look, it's amazing what you can do and what you will do and what we don't know that people will do.